And you can win by
Alright,
playing good Valorant,
last map.
or you can win by
Got
just
Lev
grinding out the rounds
on
in
defense,
whatever way you
G2 on
possibly
attack,
can.
Win to win at
and
the end of the day. Doesn't matter if it's sloppy or not.
No, and Lev starting off
Straight
here
up
with
B
a really
here.
interesting idea, throwing the one-way and throwing the shock dart out. That one-way, though, very high.
yeah,
One for
and
Victor Wembanyama.
when those one-ways are
Not
this
really
high,
necessarily
you know
one
the
for Jet.
moment's pretty far
Roll
away.
into the smoke dome. Mazina won't be able to play through this one, but I see revealed. Almost dropped down here, at least into the single digits of hell with the right click in that angle. Get the hell out of here. Still shock darts offloaded into the tight corners. Dash from Aspas. Will not be evading that
The
one.
shocks will
Call to find that
damage
G2 is a
Trent.
good one.
It's
Another
so
pistol
good
looking
at
like it's gonna go
pistols.
their way. And
It's
the
actually
vast
unfair.
majority of them in this series.
It's
Texas is gonna
unfair.
try. And he's managed to find one and escape.
Veronica with
There was a
the 8
possibility
months.
there for
Thank you so
Jonathan
much for the
and
tier
Trent
1.
To try to trade that.
Go G2, dude.
Through.
Get double
So
pistol.
for an info peek and almost wins the round out.
At some point, just got to show them no respect.
Trent.
Will have a decent go at things. Flash is a little bit off there in terms of the peak timing, but time's running short. Got to get a move on if you're Tex to have any chance of winning. Your win cons narrowed down. At this point, you're just playing for the KDA.
Yeah, that's all the Tex can do in this spot. You know, getting that lockdown online a little earlier maybe would have been a bit helpful, but it's G2 that come away with the pistol, as we've said so very often in this series. Not that it
Go on.
particularly has aligned with who's won the map or who's even won the half necessarily. But I'm sure it would look a lot worse here today if Lev had been winning some of them.
That looks so brutal from his
It was
POV.
the last time that we
Okay,
saw G2 playing on
8-1
this map
on
against other
pistols.
teams. They actually put together a pretty decent
And
attack
they
half.
get
managed to
out
5 rounds.
a sheriff.
And then they won 0 on defense, and it was a crushing defeat. But we'll save those concerns.
Let them
for the
take
next
A main.
half, put
Flash
a pin
here,
in
3
it.
people.
Take a look at how G2
Oh,
play
whoa,
this.
whoa, whoa, whoa. They body
Amazing
blocked into the
clear
one-way.
with the bounce flash.
Oh my
The players
god.
all just collected up together, lined them up. Right for the taking. Valen. He's going to put down a disadvantage that his team has got, but at this point, too little, too late. Leaf looking up. Com taking all, but okay, 2 rifles handed over, and the spike dropped down, and they're doubled up together.
And they're
Gun.
finding a timing to the back of Leaf's head.
There it is.
Wow, man. All
Doesn't matter if you
3
lose the pistol rounds, I
guns.
guess, if you're just going to be
To
consistent
go for the
in terms of
FPX
winning
buy.
the follow-up,
All
you
3
couldn't have
guns.
asked for a better start
Committed.
Oh,
They
what a little
eat the
set
flash.
play.
there.
Yeah, it's a
Go for the one-way
lovely,
and the shot
lovely
dart and the
set
pistol
play.
over towards B. This time,
Maybe they had a bit of read that they like to try and get the orbs. I'm not sure.
so aggressively with tons of people.
Dude,
With
they
4 of
ate
them
it.
fighting
The only
into A lane.
person who didn't...
Lovely.
Was it Jonah P? Didn't get hit by the flash? Maybe they all got hit.
Happy
All
about that one.
smiles, yeah, all smiles. It's flipped the economy up on its head. G2 will try and make do now with limited
We're in stage 1, G2 had 17 out of 26 pistols. Is that including this game or not including this game?
Strategy over here, and Aspas, he gets traded.
Fire straight back, like you said, traded.
No playoffs, right?
Leafed out, tucks himself close. Lev have been proactive.
Oh, look at
in
these
terms of his
flashes,
recent
man.
flash. Lands at
The
floor, King, seemingly aware of
flashes
that
are
position
annihilating
playing
them.
into, but the door's going to be closing now into the face. Nobody tucked out wide, can't quite get there.
Shot by
Kills
Trent.
eventually with the shock dart. Let's lay it down and pep it enough. 3 players of G2, IC, trying to take that timing ahead of all of it and picked up a weapon for his troubles. Revealed though. Know where he is, plant down on top of it. G2.
They
And
just don't
Tex
expect
at least
Tex
gets
coming
one.
from A main,
Don't expect
but
it. Tex is going to land the shots, though. At least a standard chance. Still, it's swarmed. Everyone from Lev now making sure that they combine together. Leave no gaps in the play.
Feel good. Enough.
Definitely opportunities there for G2 to
Did
try and steal
enough.
something back. But Lev closed
God's
the door in their
sake.
face. It is over. Got the rifles online, got the Odin in the hands of Com as well. And looking to try to build up some momentum. They have been going real heavy on the reclears.
Yeah.
Look at this, mid-round reclear over toward Catwalk after Aspas got killed. They've been going, of course, for that early round.
Okay, Lev,
fight,
lot of
which
money
is a
on the
reclear
defense
over towards
side
A
of
main. They're not
Ascent,
trying
so you
to
can get
hold
all the
one way.
Odins is like
They're
the
allowing
best
G2 to
thing
push
ever.
through it and then
Also,
clearing
you
it
got
out.
Aspas who likes to op.
That,
Like
I
this
think, is just
is
gonna be early,
an
early
incredible.
half
They're in an
conditioning, though.
incredible
I
position
don't
right
think they're
now.
going to be going for that
Who
every
won?
single time. They're just
Let's see
trying
how
to
the
make
half
it
ends.
feel like for G2, you can't take that space for
Trent
free.
gets the attack Odin now last second.
I would agree with that point here. It's a split slow default by G2 again, and I believe getting a tag onto at least one of the players, but
Going to P one
unaware
shot, everyone
that
else
Aspas
can tank a
stepped
bullet.
into this position. Smoke in his face though. Makes the decision nice and easy for him.
I think the more mid-round plays you have on defense for Leviatan, the better that's going to be against the way that Valen calls. He puts so many of these slow pauses into his attack side, and if you find out where they're looking to end, that can be extraordinarily helpful. But gathering information against G2 can be
Hey, early
tough,
group up over
because they don't
towards
have
A.
very many tells. They do
So
a
I
lot
want to
of
middle.
kind of
Heavy group up
contacting,
over
and I think
towards
that's
A.
what they're gonna look to do
Alright,
over
spotting
towards A
middle.
as well. Just double or tripling
Yeah,
up
his
onto
3+ and
angles.
stack looks
Well,
good.
here, Recon may give the game away. No, choosing not to.
45 seconds. Knife clears out onto
Ooh,
wine.
Mazzino
Keeps the line
flashes
there.
short and gets
Now
info on
comes the
short.
dart. Hunter's Fury, Aspas in his position. Spotted out up. Trent!
Whoa.
What a prediction.
Beautiful
Okay.
work by Trent.
Trent.
Sending the Hunter's Fury sky high, and there's all the value you could really ask for at all. Shut down in your face, Mazzino. Won't be able to spray that one down here. G2 be able to get this
Impressive.
plan now.
And thus activates Leaf on the lurk. He's got no killjoy utility to have to worry about.
Paranoia
And yeah,
delaying.
the and
A lot of
flash
players
delay
stuck
is so good.
themselves deep
Oh,
into
King messed up.
hell.
It's just to buy time for Leaf.
Yeah,
Really
King
is.
messed up.
Leaf. Got to be that insurance policy. He's taking the sweet
And
time
I
of things.
feel like
Might
sometimes
be
maybe the
missing
comms are a little bit
zone,
off in
finally
Lev.
jumping up right behind. And the hit comes through. Damage done. Taking away the lives and away from them. It's a feed that's filled with red.
So, Omen Flash
G2
goes in
that
heaven.
second round on the board.
1 second, 2
great
second.
start for
Omen
G2
Flash
here.
goes back to site.
The fact that they've been able to get
And
round 4
these
on
guys
the
are
board.
still hit with the
Of
Omen
course
Flash, so they
lost
can't
the
get any
follow-up with
space off of
pistol.
it.
They'd love things to have gone differently in that regard.
It was like the
But
guys
first
in
fight
heaven
round that
didn't
they're
combo, they got
fighting.
Omen Flashed or something.
This one, pretty beautifully done. The first tell is that recon dart, and immediately they go into the hit. You know, knife, recon, and they're in. And they still have paranoia for the post plant as well, which buys time for Leaf to wrap around. A sick prediction by Trent onto Aspas.
Yeah,
Shuts down
the
that star
read
player
of
too.
him being here
No
and them
mercy
knowing the
here.
insta
G2, they
setup
wanna try and fight.
was
They're
pretty
not
cool.
gonna think Aspas has found the timing into wine already, I don't think.
Yeah, in fact, giving up that space as well. So it looks like they won't be punished for it.
But Mazzino is not here to send over that classic flash from dice and you peek with it. So it might be a little more difficult for Mazzino, for King and Aspas to fully clear out A main. Aspas just goes for the peek. But as soon as they realize A main is clear, G2 are already grouping up towards B. They're being a little quicker around the map here, I think. G2 will often leave it till about 40 seconds when they're
That's
grouping
true.
up to go for
Yeah,
a hit. Now they're already
that's what I said
starting to
earlier, that
take
they
that map
grouped up
control.
A early.
Looking to end on the
Like
B
they're
split.
grouping
Middle
1 minute,
be
and normally this
broken.
team groups at like
Only plays
45,
nicely into that
50.
spot.
They're looking to flash peek, techs in off the turret contact here.
Yeah, he's the one who's going to be making the play right back. The dart's not dealt
Oh, the
with.
dart
Takes him away, and he's just
annihilated
out in the
him.
open.
Dude,
For
Trent
the Odin to spray
is
him down,
owning
take
them in the
him
big
out.
buy
Three
rounds.
players are being afforded those chances. There is that TP. Quick pivot now. The
Three
reinforcements
people,
have arrived.
Omen
The
ult,
dash deep in, but here's
Omen
the
ult
pivot again.
sticks, and they
G2
just
calling for it.
do
They're
good
gonna fight
call.
into the back of the
It's a
site.
really good call. They know that
What's
Omen
going on?
ult stuck over
This
towards
is
back of
lovely
sight.
stuff. Great call by
Great
Valen.
call.
Realizing that Aspas has already gone for the flood, they pivot and go over towards A. There's nobody home. This
one
one
home.
should be free.
G2, they love to play with plays like this to pivot away. I mean, Lee, his sole job is done, even if he gets the
Hey,
kills
this
here.
is a
They can't remove
lovely
it,
round to
falling
watch.
in their
Lovely,
sights
lovely
towards
round
the
to
tail
watch.
end. That's flawless work from G2.
And these last two rounds, masterclasses, but this one in particular. This is a great protocol that we've seen from G2. It's not necessarily some kind of mad scramble on the fly. They actually do this fairly often. Not the setup necessarily, but this portion of it. When they've taken front side B control, then
If
they're
it's
so happy to
spawn once they
pause.
have Omen. Oh.
Wait,
They're playing great Valorant here.
you wouldn't think G2 are stressed, man. Push the 5.
No, not at all.
Smiles on their faces.
Yeah, no, I think it really is all about how you interpret the closeness of today. Because the close maps
Well,
have really been the ones that
guys
gone
not
for
enjoying the
overtime.
Odin right now over towards
the
there.
others more
Yeah, that
comfortable
was
for
just
G2.
such a sick round. Flash into recon,
And yeah, I'm
into the
loving the way that Mike
spam.
calls,
They do.
adding in these pauses
Sideshow
into
is
the
right,
rounds.
and I don't know if it's just how he likes to call against the Odin, But out of all the teams I've watched, every single team, every region,
King's still trying
definitely
to hold
seen
on to control of their
G2
main.
go
Pretty
B
good
against
read of things with Con
Omen
taking that
ult,
deep lurk timing, so now
and
they know
then
that it's all
pivot
landing over
spawn.
towards A. We'll see if it affects
There's a
them,
few
though.
teams that do it, but it never looks as
Running
decisive
into
and
the
as
stack.
fluid as
In for a
G2.
smoke. What a
Like,
shot by
absolute
Aspas.
shot, by the way.
That's a difficult one to hit. Paranoia sweeping forwards. Hunter's Fury collects and collides into the players. Leaving it just down to Valen. A thrifty win by Lev.
Double thrifties.
We've had around
That
like
helps
this
the money.
so similar on Icebox, I want to say it, but I can't exactly remember which map it was on.
Dude, Aspas
where
hit an
Con
absolute
calls
shot, right?
for people to full stack the opposite site. He's just got to read in this moment that it's all fake pressure over towards B. He wanders out through B main, gets the kill on his counterpart Trent inside the drone, and he's caught for the stack before it even happens. Fantastic call there. I'm going to assume it was Com, because he was so instrumental in making that play happen. We've got dueling Odins.
As well as that, I mean, it's Lev that are looking to try and contest this one. I don't think they want to give easy access for a lockdown exec into the B site. The drone is dodged. Dart in the peak. Gotta be wary of it. Smoked across. Here's the lockdown. What do you have to remove this one?
Nothing. They're accepting it.
That's really going to be
Aspas.
overstaying out here. Surely you've got to get out of there. Doesn't want to use the dash. Wants to save it for the next wave of things. Speaking of it, waves emanating out here with an old command gives G2
Omen
access
ult
to
to
it.
back
More
aside as well.
abilities, utility to be used.
Get a fast plant.
For the flood
3
attempts, not by
people
Lev.
B
They have to
main.
take this
They
pause.
smoke off B
3
main.
players in B main.
What do we got? How many flashes? Double flash for Jonah P. How good are they?
Paranoia waiting for Valen.
One flash
So
goes
wanna
in.
really fight over
Peek
this
with
one as soon as
one
they
flash
see
into
some
the
signs
recon
of
just in
life.
case they were
Who's gonna be
close.
taking the contact?
Next flash.
Lets it loose anyway. Just delaying them. Lev running out of time.
There he
here.
goes.
Getting down to the final moments of really.
No one
makes it even
out
possible
in
to
the
try and
open
play
yet.
this one retaken, but the smoke's dropped up in their faces. There's no fights that are be given freely. It's tooth and nail in terms of the approach. They just can't quite get themselves into it. And the fight's taken by Valen. He'll step up
Bro,
to the
Valen.
challenge.
Valen's looking crisp, dude. Good calls. Solid
They've
shots.
got great ideas on their attack side. This was exactly the same in the 100 Thieves
Yeah,
game.
it does look like
They
this is
still
the
lost
map
that
he
map
feels
13-5.
maybe the most comfortable calling.
Yep. They did. They certainly did.
This round is beautifully concocted. They slowly take the main control, dismantle any kind of setups that might be there.
Is
to
this not the same
restrict
game
them
plan
from
that they
taking
did
that
last
space.
time, where they just hit B early and then wait for a timeout and then start doing more stuff around the map?
Nice post-plant setup. It's all by the book, really solid, well executed, good team play. All of the stuff that's been working perfectly for G2 today. And Lev haven't quite found those individual moments to disrupt just yet, but they're going to look to try to fight over Cap. And if there was a man to do
Kill
it, would
record
be
in a
Aspas.
best of 5? Honestly, I have no idea.
Made a lot of noise though. This surely is going to be heard. Where's that util? Anything ready for him? But there it is. Over and atop. This Aspas rips away the head of Jonah P.
Hey, how's Leaf got into this spot? This is ridiculous.
Oh no, looked all the way
What
up mid. I mean, he
timing.
broke the alarm bot years ago
This
right now. He's
is
right
so
behind him.
fast.
Aspas turns away for but a moment. It's all that Leaf needs.
It's all on King.
King looking this way, that way, doesn't know which way to really try and contend and contest with all of this push. An attempt against him somehow comes out with 2
Down A.
and leaves it to the rest of his team.
Yeah, and
This
this
sets Tex up.
Tex.
For the flank, he's so quick into
Don't
Gelato,
ult,
he's
just
going to be
swing.
behind them almost as soon as the plant goes down.
Don't ult to
Comes
swing.
has to survive.
Ah,
Getting
he
caught as a
always.
lockdown already, orchestrating this positioning. Tex has revealed it. It's going to be pushing them back in a way into the corner. There are safe spots that G2 can
Last
play
player
within.
standing.
Oh, he's gone down!
Tex has just dropped.
One enemy remaining.
It's down just to come. 1v1. Valen already with the smoke propped
Recon.
up. And his plant is so damn difficult. Com suspects it. That's got to be broken. Tanks the hit. Valen repositioning now. Going around the rosies. A tap from Com. Baits it out, but Valen maintains the cool and now knows it. Calls the bluff entirely. And with that, he wins the round. Com
Nice round.
running away with a tail in between his legs.
Valen once more the hero for
Yeah,
G2.
he's a beast, man. He's doing so good.
I think Tex has misplayed that situation personally. He's got a fantastic timing there, really early towards Gelato. And instead of looking to try to use that timing to find a pick, he went for the lockdown instead and pushed people into Com.
Hindsight? What's the hindsight on this one?
But Tex went down taking the duel against Valen.
They're all over towards A main.
Whole side.
But I said that earlier.
Again, the call out. Stats play
XA main, you should always duel that instead of
just
putting it all
making a
out.
good go of things to try and win out the round there, but
And that off the back of being able to
He was
set
there
up
so
Aspas at the
fast.
start, for him to use knives and create that 5v4. You gotta say though, Leaf.
Yeah,
how did he
I'm
find the
asking
time
him to
through
peek
mid?
before he puts his
Leviatan
ult
are
down.
gonna take a time out
Played
to
it wrong.
discuss those kind of issues.
yeah, I mean, they had an alarm bomb, but I think he just disrespected it.
If he's broken it though, he shouldn't have been able to find the timing to just walk past the market players
really shouldn't.
and walk past anybody in spawn.
I don't know what happened.
They should be aware of that kind of thing. Just getting inside a smoke perhaps and slipping his way through. To be honest, wasn't paying attention to it because there was fights happening on the opposite side of the map. And I think you could say the same for Leviatan and the way that they were defending.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Here's our flash earlier that we saw. Set up right through the tree line. I was wondering how he was going to set up Aspas for this peak.
It is lovely. Great catch on the replay there. But despite cooking up those small plays, the moments of team play, they're a little few and far between for Lev on the defense side.
I think that's been the case, honestly, for most of the series, where you're having these winning moments just from the hero plays. Individuals stepping up.
What?
This time, Lev, full aggression into mid. Looking to take the fight to them. Something is up here for G2. They definitely recognize the fact.
But Leaf doesn't know.
They're right behind them, yeah, they don't know. They actually are just clueless in the moment.
I think G2 there were trying to fake that it was a fast A hit, heard the Killjoy utility, and decided to back up. They had no idea mid was compromised. Nobody in position to hear the footsteps. Now looking to try to re-clear it. And King, he uses his
Did
ult
they
to
just
get
do the
out
most
of his stuck
perfect
position. He was previously playing in this
drone?
close position here towards mid. But that's also
He
gonna
was just
rattle
running
G2 a
away
little
as the
bit.
drone was
where the hell
checking
he is.
everywhere, and I
No
think he
idea
was
where he's
out
gone.
of sound
They just
vision.
didn't want to risk one
So
of
they
the
just
few
cleared
vandals
all
they
of
had.
B. Now they're rotating to A, even though they did a drone that cleared everything.
Paranoia. We'll get that latch there onto Aspas, pushed out of the smoke. Just from the nade, it's Tex. Takes a little bit of a peek and also takes a head clean off the shoulders. Valen will be able to stand up to this one now. And with the weaponry, maybe you can make a decent go of things here if you're left. Leaping right in, nobody covering the back.
Oh, bro, these guys are better when they have low buys. They really are.
Another situation where Lev taking things off the back of making unexpected plays.
I think it's 'cause they
At the
wanna
very
be
least.
more
This one was more
proactive.
coordinated though. The fact that they all worked
Like
together,
in the ecos, they
4
want to
players into
flash
mid.
dual places.
Leaf. Hey, he had no clue
Scratching
that
his
that was
head.
happening.
There was no real indicator that they were taking mid either, other than the big sprint at the beginning. Those shots are disgusting by Mazzino.
Yeah, G2 caught off guard, just looking to try to play their own game. Weren't, normally people are going to be running some kind of
Auto
slow default
ults
there.
here that fight over
Into
towards
this one,
A main.
A fight over A main, another one of these re-clear strats perhaps.
Do it. Oh my
Passing
god. Crazy. Aspas.
Able to set him up! I didn't even have time to react.
That was
That is
so
absurd
fast.
stuff, and he doesn't even use the dash to exit.
Wait, there's still 3
G2
people here though.
will be calling to try and go into a split attempt at their own updraft dash and a movement. Clean enough, but Aspas really can't hold a candle to this guy in this type of
Solid round for Aspas. And he's been going here, like, is this the second round, maybe third round? I wasn't fully counting. But he's gone over towards A main, Wine. He's been wanting to punish this at one point.
The have just torn it out of their hands. Tied the game up. Course 5 is still really good for G2, but again, they didn't win any defense rounds last time we saw them on Ascent. So the more that Valen can create here, using his brain as the IGL, the better things will look to be. Lev there just
Yeah,
had
and
the
back to
perfect
B.
setup.
It's at the moment it's a lot of success at B and a lot of getting wrecked at A.
Trent is usually going to be using his Hunter's Fury over
B2.
towards B, sending it in to try to put the punish onto his opposing Sova.
It's a real far back drone as well. Worried about a
Proactivity.
shock dart to cancel it. Yeah, again, that proactivity by Lev. Look at this straight down mid, up through Cat. Last few times that they go for these B splits. Drone not being used to take mid control here. Pretty big indicator. Com locking it down, at least onto that sight line. Angle, Odin in play, but turns away. Turret spots it. Wants a call by G2 here. Surely they know they've been found out. They have no prior map
Chat, you lot
control.
love food so
Knife
much, man. You
reveals 5, maybe? Pretty much all of them, right?
guys have been talking
You
about
definitely
eggs.
suspect that.
15 minutes.
Got noise for the call. But LEV are stacking with the right amount of players.
I think these are the situations where Valen's calling gets exposed a little bit, I think, because they just don't have options anywhere else on the map. They have to go for the re-hit, and I think LEV know that.
Pansy.
Sending it flying. Only blessing in disguise.
No recon breakers.
Rotating away. The recon connection potentially there with a Hunter's Fury. Trying to play this one through and through. Icy cannot be cut up and corner out of this angle, but LEV, man! These crossfire setups picking the right time.
Their setups were good. Their util was really good, especially Mazzino's double flash was nice. Feel like they read this.
LEV realized that was going to be a re-hit.
I haven't told you what my favorite egg is, bro. What's the quickest egg to cook? That's my favorite one. Couldn't care less.
Footsteps running away either.
Like whatever is the quickest to save you more time.
A re-hit, and you had Aspas hook left 2. The rest of Leviatan holding very pretty on the site. 3 rounds now in a row for our defending squad. As both teams are in our final map, attack timeout called by G2. They just want to put this final round over the line. Pretty heavy investment of the tactical timeout just for the final round, but 5 or 6 maybe could make all the difference. Again, this is assuming they can get any defense rounds this time.
Exactly the point to make, I think, is that G2, from what we know of this team, the defensive half on this map of Ascent, it's not looking as well drilled compared to their attack side. Maybe that's why they're feeling like they have
Spooky the Ghost Catcher. Thank you, the Prime, bro. Thank you, thank you. Dude, G2 really won this last round. Timeout for 1 round. We've been doing this a lot.
In its entire best of 5. I mean, it has been grueling for them. I don't know when we started, but all I know is the sun is probably down and out and away. There's no sunlight anymore anywhere near here. We're getting into the dredges of this series, and you really have to pull up the reserves of energy, I think, at this point.
Yeah, very true. Aspas is juggling an up and a Vandal up towards A heaven right now. So that
I don't necessarily hate food. I just think that I don't care enough. I think is my thing. Like I just don't care enough about it.
The operator. And if that wasn't clear enough, LEV have a massive
I don't hate it. I just don't care about it.
No eyes towards tiles. Oh, the turret. Missing.
Like I like to eat. I want to eat to survive, but I don't.
Well ahead of it. Anybody seeks to re-explore through mid, G2.
Clearing wine with the recon dart. Interesting there from
it's slow going. They're going to go straight back into Aspas, potentially through the mid angle if they think that it's clear. Everybody going through spawn.
Yeah. And there was a knife there, cross map.
This is a lot of info,
kind of cleared
though.
out Gelato, and G2 decided to rotate anyway, so they're rotating into the stack.
What's LEV got?
I think this is the problem a little. Valen's trying to add in these pregnant pauses, but often the prognosis isn't positive when they just read what's happening anyway.
Yeah.
3 people strong.
See, it's trying to fake the presence there.
Yeah, trying to fake any kind of A rotate, and all it does is secure that more confident over towards B.
He's not to be convinced. He doesn't hear anything here.
Yeah, sees the turret goes away, knows that they're committing. Omen flash goes in, recon. We've got turret still early.
They've got the right read on it, and more so. Aspas.
The knife hit 3.
Strikes right where it hurts. Mazzino following forwards and through and running them all the way down. There's no chances with only 3 left out open. Jonah P not set up for an easy
Dude, they got
fight.
so wrecked on this. So wrecked on this round. It's a really good comeback from LEV.
You gotta say, it looked like Valen was
this
completely in
was
control of this map by the time we got to round 7, round 8, and then stringing 4 in a row to pull this one back from the brink. Getting the operator into Aspas's hands, getting good reads on the defense side as well as to where G2 were going to be ending. That proactivity really coming through importantly for LEV. And we head into our final half of the match.
Intentions could not be higher. Let's send it down to the desk who's standing by in the crowd.
Actually, we're right behind you, Bren. Your sweater tag's poking out, mate. Might want to fix that at some point. Right, Games Arena, how you feeling? What a match we got so far. That's more like it. Slow start for Leviatan there, of course. Again, pistols have been an issue. They're winning only the ecos, none of the gun rounds. They finally edge ahead come halftime.
Yeah, they get that momentum at the end, and this is where G2 have to be able to dig down deep, right? Valen is playing out of his mind this game, this series. He has been on top of the world, and this is an in-game leader that has gone through a rebuild with the team, right? Like, G2 were so disappointing back at kickoff, but then Valen encourages Leaf to roll swap to Sentinel. What's going on there? The new kid, Icy, comes in, and now they are minimum a top 3 team. They have to battle back now against Leviatan if they want to push the top 2.
And in this specific series,
Can't
against
help
one of their
yourself,
former
you're out of
teammates,
control.
They have 2 maps stolen away from them. Rally, take it all the way to the distance, and have gotten themselves a great half. But if there's one thing Leviatan has done consistently, it is win
3 eco
win
rounds.
matches that they shouldn't have had a chance to. They've already pulled away 3 eco rounds in the first half to even have a chance in this game. Both of the matches they won this series in overtime, when G2 had an initial advantage. If they could do that again and have that final robbery to make the finals, it would be absurd.
This comp pushing out of B main, catching Trent, and also like being able to call a full stack to another side. It's really powerful on their defense.
He has been able to find so many ridiculous timings. The calm special is finding those weaknesses, finding those angles. He can
A
come in
palette
and punch.
enjoyer? Yeah,
That's
I
been a
would be.
huge strength of LEV so
I
far.
really would be a
Stage is
palette
set.
enjoyer.
May as well leave it all out there because we've only got one more half left to play today. G2 behind by
Pulled
a couple
pork
rounds.
sandwiches?
Let's
Yeah,
head
of
back
course,
to
dude.
Ascent
Banging.
with Brendan's Sideshow.
Time to put a finishing touches on the overall series here. It's a narrow lead that LEV are holding here for the final map of our lower bracket finals. And again, sole focus on these pistol rounds, Josh. I mean, we can put any emphasis on them.
G2 are so happy to stack on pistols. They've got 4 players again ready to defend B. What a read.
And LEV are just going for a full rush take.
How the hell did LEV win this one? Please call a cancel. Big win for G2. Damage and the dash.
They don't have any prior map control here for LEV.
And this guy was close enough to hear the dash. Now they know that they can heavy hold choke points. Problem is that they have him pivoted back one over towards A.
Somebody sneaky hiding in position.
Or
But it is clear.
wait, this guy has a
Com's gonna look to
Ivan
try
has
to
classic.
make this feel like a re-hit. Looking to drone.
I mean, I
Get
guess
people
it's.
in place.
Well, the drone's going to be met with a knife. And they
Oh
just
my
put it in
god!
there now.
Little shock
21
dart on
player
top of
tags.
this.
But they're already in over towards A.
Yeah,
Com's
Recon
done his
goes in
job.
to confirm that one. Knife goes over towards A. Valen bought a classic so he can have a flash to retake, and it's all about the retake. Problem is that Trent uses Recon, so they gotta wait like, what, 25 seconds for that?
Paranoia, 2 flashes, both available.
Lovely
for
turret
G2.
to spot the insta
When
flank.
does this recon come back online as well for Trent? 22
gonna be
seconds.
happening.
They can't wait for that.
To flash. Paranoia. At least
Who
gonna be
the hell is
fine.
in charge of
Trying
these guys'
right through them
pistols?
Onto the heaven angles here, but now doubled up into hell, dropping down. Icy. Doesn't
It's
wanna
so
take the
nice
first
to
fight,
watch.
Just get to them. Still with the smoke in their face. Valen is going to be sticking this one. Already got half, and he's earning them just this bailout, but nobody pushing them off again. It's daylight robbery.
But who won?
So similar to the end of
But,
Lotus.
okay, G2 won,
Just
right?
stick on the fuse
Just
and Lev can't
stuck it?
stop it.
Okay.
What are we watching?
These post-ban
Dude,
protocols from
What are
Leviatan.
we watching?
They
The
need
pistol
to be
rounds
improved heading into Shanghai.
are incredible, man.
If they take anything away from this game,
9-1.
win or lose, the pistols and the post plans have been a nightmare.
Oh, dude, he literally
The timing is
just
off.
finished.
Aspas is inside the smoke, and Valen's already stolen it.
Yep.
There's thievery on both sides as teams challenge
It's
each other for the right
a
to face 100 thieves
9-1
in the grand finals.
Pistols.
Just doing a little bit of method acting, I suppose, to try to take down.
Yeah.
The pistols are great, though.
I feel like
I'm
they're
telling
a
you,
little bit of trolling on the
they
other
have
side.
some
I
of the
mean,
sickest pistols.
However you want to tell it. Nades. Just from the signs of the contact there from the players, going to force the Lev.
It was a little bit rough watching that
Straight up the gut
after
here.
the
Leaf
Lotus
really
post
need
spawns,
them.
though.
More bullets as well.
Egg is
raining
right.
down, almost potentially tagging onto Aspas. Expectations are high for this Lev squad. Super team. That's what we
Alright,
were
take
all
it easy,
saying
Pansy.
leading into it here.
Good luck.
Team that's
Good luck
expected
tomorrow.
to win right now on the back foot.
Getting this somewhat free entry over towards B. And some players in difficult post-man positions as well to root out.
This one could get strange. Trent with a counter spam onto him. Leaf still tucked into the market position though. They are worried, I think, about the flank potential there because they haven't really dealt with Aspas. They don't know where this guy was. He showed his presence earlier out towards Cat. Enough for them to pull out at least the plan, but maybe it won't be anything else past that point. Everybody cleared
A
out of the site.
little bit
The only two
of
stragglers,
damage.
Common
It's not too
Aspas.
bad now.
Surely too weak here to do anything
They
about
can. I mean, it's just going to be stuck all the way once more. Icy full stick with a defusal. Another round win for them. They can make it expensive.
Hey, go for it.
They seek to try
Not
and do a
bad,
bit more
man.
economic
Honestly,
damage.
not bad
Only
at
two
all.
players surviving from G2 might actually make a difference in the grand scheme
Yeah, the
of
bonus
things.
isn't great. Be a couple of armors,
Round 15,
sheriffs.
This is not going to be a great bonus round buy from G2. It's
Dude, this guy
gonna
loves
look more like a full
to see
lead
him,
up.
buy the
That's
outlaw.
good for Leviatan. You know, at least they've
Guy
done that
loves
level
the
of damage
outlaw.
to give themselves this room. It's 7-7. G2 have already at least won some defense rounds, right? That was the massive problem that hurt them in the 100 Thieves game. But you completely
It's a
correct.
hit,
The
looks
expectations
good.
for these two teams were very, very different. And we're still trying to figure out whether it's reasonable to hold Lev to that super team standard. Tex is going to try to hold out for this push.
Good info, bro.
Spot a lot of these plays. You are way ahead of
Uh-oh.
the curve right there. Trying to take this
Uh-oh.
tip-top dance.
His
On
team
display,
reacts
trying to
by
beat.
grouping
Now
up
avoiding all
and
those bullets.
protecting the
Cool.
gun.
To
I like
recontest
it.
here by Lev.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
fact,
I like
they know
that.
it. They should know it.
They
Trent doesn't
should
seem
know
like-
it.
Yeah,
Trent
yeah,
is
that
out
was
of
a
the
great
open
call,
man.
though.
If they haven't reacted into A, they're definitely going
Oh,
for it.
this is chaotic. This is messy. It's getting muddy.
3 players alive still from Lev, all bunched into spawn. No map.
Guys.
They just don't have a clue.
Guys.
And still come on with a kill.
Don't be beacon middle like that when they just got a kill from
They're
here.
just assuming that they've given it up. Look at John B behind as well.
behind them.
Full chaos mode for G2.
It is. Jackson of it spots it out with the spike drop down. He doesn't know where the other two are. Never gonna be finding this one difficult though. Look at that, just a full takeaway from the flash.
This is
Back
one
up,
of the
though,
most
spiking their
wild
hands. He has
rounds.
to call to try and clear this player out. which
It's
is
20
here.
seconds
Nice
and they're
movement.
clearing their own
Comes in, but at least
spawn.
deal with that one, the first
They,
obstacle,
got,
but there's only
they
18
now have
seconds
15
left.
seconds to pick a
G2 are
site
assuming that they
and they
have to go away,
only
but there is
just
where
make
they're
it with
going, I
knife
think.
out.
I think there's enough time for them to be able to go to the B site.
10 seconds.
It's going to be a match.
Oh, the door's down.
The door's in the way. Someone open it, man. 6 seconds. 5, 4.
It's close, he
barely,
just
I
has
don't
it.
even know.
I think he might have missed it.
Getting into it's a post plan, and as King just trying to float right back into this icy. It's just one man. What can you do? Blind as a bat. The crossfire setup. Lever already calling for it. They may have just won a round like that. That's on milliseconds.
Calm,
Milliseconds.
always flanking, always
flanking. And he's got the perfect timing.
Surely.
Moved all the way around. Icy.
Surely.
Doesn't know what the last is, but King will finally deliver it.
But the game,
Blow, man. I mean,
game
God.
plan there of causing maximum amount of
That was
chaos
one of
to
the best
Leviatan.
rounds. One of the best rounds ever.
G2 were just throwing bodies at them all across the map, slipping into timings. Look, what was the time on this?
Ooh,
0.1
15
basically,
or
yeah,
something.
15.
Yeah.
Nice save, let's go.
Let's go, let's go.
He knew that he was a team, but then Mark and
And
Frank.
it's getting, listen, it's getting loopy.
Yeah.
A little bit Delulu as we get into the tail end here, map 5.
G2, because they took that almost as a full eco, they've got great eco here. It would be a swing round, but they got that off on.
Tom is the only person that can buy
Ocean
next round.
Trio
Everyone else
towards
has to
B main as
eco
well. Icy
if
doesn't
they
do a lot
lose
of
it.
hopping. I think that's been a little bit of a learning process for him. Almost all of the time he was rifling during our regular stage 1.
Alarm bot
He's
gets
been picking it
hit
up a
over
little more in the
towards
playoffs.
middle.
As he swings back around.
And I was going to say, is Icy just going to go rotate to middle or not?
No
Because
re-clear
Aspas is
attempt into mid, not
just
enough
holding
alarm
the
bots broken
whole
right at the
time
beginning. On the off here,
for him to peek.
Yeah, but I shot that.
This turret is still holding contact towards mid. So even with the alarm bot broken, Leaf is still getting good info here. And that's a great setup from G2 because it allows their players to still be on site.
Yeah, and Trent's just
Little bit of chip
heavy.
damage, but
Trent's just heavy holding
there.
this to make sure they don't get to this angle to clear the
Moved up,
turret.
though. We've only 45 seconds left. Similar scenes really to G2 on their attack side. The options are limited. Hunter's Fury have come. This will have to sit this one up.
Oi,
It's
Trent,
across
you're in
map
trouble.
time. Dodging away, the dance, and dicing with
It
Deck
is so
himself,
good,
really,
man.
but still being able to just supplant himself.
Leaf?
as the accurate player, Leaf.
30 seconds
Oh, he's really overstaying his welcome and somehow still gets the one. Trent has
Going
not
on,
been
give him a
removed.
good flash.
25 seconds left. Flash in his face. That was an
Good.
attempt to try and set
Oh.
him up. And Mazzino's just donated
Oh.
the spike.
He dinked it.
Mincemeat.
He dinked it as
Evaporated.
well. Oh my god, well, good recovery
And a
from
lovely usage
eating the
of
team
Odin there
flash.
from Trent. A weapon that I think America should be using a ton more. But Trent's doing a great job of it, dropping back into that backside position where he can fight them and they can't get a kill on him. What was this play from Leaf? He tanked 100
Yeah,
damage
he actually
inside
took
the
100
door
damage from
just
the
to get an
molly
unexpected
just to
hit
try to get a
there
kill.
through the door being closed behind him.
It was nuts.
No way that Lev
130 maybe if he had heavy armor.
Still got that quick trade. Not enough though. And G2 proving that they can win rifle rounds on defense. Proving that 100 Thieves loss, bit of an anomaly for them. Because their performance here today has been fantastic. Deserving their position in this top 3. The representatives from Americas. Doesn't look like a fluke. Looks really solid setups.
this game's been
still
so
tied
funny, dude.
8-8.
It's been a good map
Anybody's
so
game.
far.
G2, of course, the team that look to be favored. They've got Lev reeling on an eco round right now, and they're on the defense side of Ascent. But they still need to convert.
They do still need to convert. I think they've definitely showcased that they've worked on the mistakes of prior rounds. The defensive setups look real clean. Won't lie.
And they're a completely different team in the playoffs now. You're getting bigger performances out of Icy. I know I say that with him at the bottom of the scoreboard,
Lost
but
him
he's
as
been
in my
solid for
balls.
them this series.
Yeah, it's been fun
And
though.
he's still got chances to come alive playing Jet on defense. But I think, too, they just look like they have better game plans, tighter together. They're not the team that just scraped
Chance for
into
G2
playoffs.
to get all of the money.
Blossomed.
Let's fly.
Just needed a bit of time
And
on our tier 1
the
stage.
op's going to get tested here.
Definitely paving the right road now to make it into that grand finals here of our mid-stage playoffs. Jump spot doesn't see it. Icy with the op in his hands. And there it is. Punishment. Display there for Aspas. A bit of counter fire as well to make sure that they just can't be traded. King works himself into a deeper angle, but he is stuck here now. Doesn't actually have another TP. Has to smoke himself off just to
Poor
escape.
guy's
And now with the
eating.
drone tagging him.
Oh,
they're
we'll
gonna
swing
start
off
raining
short.
down.
This is nice from G2 as well. Maybe something they don't feel too comfy doing
Choosing on the anti-eco
like in the
to try
future
to
in buy rounds, but just
showcase
having
that they
one
can
early.
double peek out of Cat.
Yeah,
I don't think
literally
they're
what he's
gonna
saying
run that
there.
kind of
Like
setup very
they
often on
showcase that
rifle
they can
rounds.
fight heavy
They
middle
wanna
and they want to
demonstrate
fight heavy middle.
they
We used to
can
do
do
this
it
all the time.
when there's
You do
more
something you
chance
don't
of
want
it
to do in a
working.
pistol round or an eco round,
just shooting into
just
players with
so you kind of prove that you can
pistols or
do it, but
stingers.
actually you're kind of not great at
Have
doing
found
it.
the right gap though in this round. The 2v4.
Just lean into your weaknesses when you
Solid
have
jump spot from
the
Valor.
better
He hears
guns,
all the
basically.
sound cues, the footsteps,
Yeah, he's going to hit both of them.
the scuttle of all of it.
So it's nice to do
Lays
that
down
early
the
on and
smoke.
get some
It's gonna make them
scares.
think that there potentially could be
Maybe
an angry
make them
player,
start
but
using like
mostly
drone early
cleared.
and
Lev now
stuff.
going to be sticking to this. It's a lockdown to be played, just in case it is necessary. You can see
Oh.
Lev having the right
is
idea
that
there.
corner?
So you can try and fight over this one. Do they think this corner's cleared? Yes, they do.
Yeah.
But not enough damage done.
Tried to
So the Stinger can't drop enough players.
honestly, if there's only 2 there, he might have had a good chance.
It took magic from the Lev players. 1v3s galore for
It's a-
Tex on
I think this
Xbox
is a
to
big
steal that
win
map
for
away.
G2 though.
Just too much to ask
And
for.
then
It seems
I'll be
like here
surprised
in
if we
our
see that
final
again
lap,
for a little bit.
G2, the teamwork is pulling ahead. It's a slim lead though, very slim. I think that's called the hair on Aspas's arm. There's no way that hit flesh.
What does the damage though? You highlighted Icy, you know, not having a strong performance on an individual basis, but I feel like the way G2 play, they don't really need a star player to pop off. It helps, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
When the players can win those rounds, but so far it's that preparation,
7 ults.
discipline on display.
This is one of the few times actually where G2's gamble is completely incorrect. They've got 4 players over towards A.
Yeah, and see,
And
them
looking
doing
to play,
this means
by
we
the look
get
of it,
drone out
full
early
retake.
because they now don't
And
feel
obviously the
comfortable
lockdown and the null
about
command are
any of
fantastic
this.
retake
They
ultimates.
get the drone out
But
early so the
they're
site hits a
essentially
little bit
giving Leviatan
worse.
the B site here.
That could be dangerous.
Similar thing of just setting one up, but they have to use the drone. They've been conditioned to now use the drone.
Forwards. For Swino to be
Free
completely cleaned
sight.
outside.
They got to hold over towards
That'll
all
be
of this
finding that
map
out
control
soon
though,
enough.
because they have Killjoy or they can go bow.
So now it's down to post-plant positioning. People like
And so
King
that's why they
over towards
play
Pizza in this
1
spot.
pizza,
Did he make a footstep? I'm not
2
too sure when he was
B
dropping
main,
down. Let's see if he
1
gets cleared.
market.
He's doubled
This
up
is
now.
nice from
Crossfire
Lev.
setup with him and Com.
Yeah, and Com can kind of distract.
Moment
It's almost
flash.
better to play an aggressive angle here for Com.
Okay,
Play
we'll let
King in.
loose. Let loose, Balin! Snaps to the side, 90
Oh,
degrees.
yeah, that
and a
was
double
great
fist with
from
the
Icy
updraft.
as well. What an
G2
absolute
favoured now
shot.
in their approach.
And these guys B main needs to go
Chop it away.
huge. Drone
Slice it
doesn't
out,
see them in the
control.
smoke. Wait,
The map here from Lev as the smoke fades away. The blades just really whittling and whistling past the heads here. Lev still managing to get it done in the process.
oh, that was great, man. Mazina had some nice flashes here as well. Did some good spams.
Messina managed to find a kill and then it's just lobbing over flashes
Yeah, he's
for the
just
rest of the team to play
non-stop
off.
flashing over the top.
Felt
It's
like
cool.
G2
Like
should
he's
have locked
flashing
those
in
players
this
the
area and
beginning
then just
certainly had an opportunity to kill Aspas. This one almost broke Valen's wrist.
This is a great round.
Look how good the flashes are there towards the end to put pressure on Icy and Leaf and set up Aspas. Mazzino, the hidden carry of that round, able to secure his anchor position and then continue to help his teammates. 9-9. For every round that G2 start to look to pull ahead, there's an answer for Lev.
Oh, they go fast, but it's Spike's not here.
The third seed heading to Shanghai.
Wait, what actually is this round?
This is going to be explosive. Straight through onto the side. Icy. Confidence there to try and take that peak, and Valor with the punish onto the late rotation.
What is going on here? The Spike is in spawn.
Is in spawn.
I thought that...
Oh, I mean, Aspas.
This is mad.
It is mad. Madness maybe. Might be the method. Aspas still making goes of things here. G2 having to use the drone and expend it just to try and clear out these spots. They've lost a lot of control over towards the A side. Levs still haven't called for a hard committal. Eventually, now making their way over.
Gotta fight
Lockdown
short,
available here
Killjoy
for
out.
Tex. Hunter's Fury early, so now they've got a free lockdown.
Okay, I mean, drop down here. We'll see it being utilized. Tex, he immediately just drops it down. No one can play this one by G2.
Oh, that's a big mistake, I think, from G2.
I
Big
think-
mistake.
oh, man.
They could have been set up in a great position of flood
been
defense. They
horrible.
had the
It's been
paranoia,
a
they had the
horrible
point
round to watch
advantage,
so far.
But now players have slipped into spots where they won't be expected.
And they got to clear Aspas. That's at least step one of it. The master plan in action. Tex still
These two
holding
need to go
onto
huge,
control
and
of
he now
trees
doesn't
in
want to
case
use
they
his
try and go
molly
for
because
the
he's going to
lockdown
show where
retake.
he
They
is,
realise
but
there's really no time
got
for
to
a
use it because the smoke goes
Lockdown
in.
breaks it. Valen's sticking. There's no way he does this again. There's just
No way, the molly
Not
hit one of
again.
them.
Advantage be dumped by
Another
G2. Up to 10.
defuse. The molly hit something on the right, maybe hit his
These
foot or
post-plant
something.
setups are killing
Yeah, bro, they
Lev.
can't
think,
win a
did the
post
Nano
plant.
Swarm get kicked off? Where did it go?
Yeah, I think it hit someone's
He had
foot.
2 nanoswarms. One was on the spike, I believe. The second he hadn't thrown yet. I believe he threw the second one and deaded it, but the
Oh my God,
the
it's-
second one missed.
Yeah,
and the first got broken. Yeah.
But I think it
that's what
hit
must have
something.
happened there.
Dude, how
Guy's
many
just
rounds are we gonna
sitting
see
in
like
a
that?
smoke
They just don't
diffusing
have good game plans
every
for
other
those
round.
spots too. It looked like Tex wanted to even take the lurk. There
D2
just wasn't
win a
somebody
round
else
again
to
in
buy
eco.
time. Whatever, you got to put it past you. Move on. G2 up 10-9. Lev have been great at responding in situations like this, but that one was a manic round.
Flash clear, paranoia. A lot of you two are going to be dumped in just to try and take back control of that A main angle. Meanwhile, Aspas go on walkabouts again.
Yeah, taking this pressure forwards because he knows that G2 were fighting over A main. So there's probably only going to be 2 players around. No one really watching B.
He's alone
Sorry.
when doing it.
No one really watching mid, I should say.
Tripled up though from
Give me a
G2.
fake
One
short though,
towards
but
trees,
how much are they
flash play
committing
into
to the
corner,
fake
jump
short?
spot, King doesn't
Nothing.
choose to use the paranoia.
A
And
good
well,
call at the
the
moment
buff
for
has
Lev,
been
but this
called.
might be even
But a straight
better.
shot just missing there. I mean, it's not really the weapon for the job. Stinger in hand, dropping him down to just 1 HP. King still
Trent,
surviving. They gotta
this
hear
is
this
gonna
one
be a
now.
big
Lot of footsteps
recon.
moving into their general direction. King always got to narrowly sidestep all of this one, but it could be a great time to just
he might
pounce
have.
onto
Oh,
everybody.
Icy's looking for it.
No!
Oh, Valen
Spotlight
hit that shot
out
again.
into the open.
Valen is hitting
Left
some
spike. Where is it?
mental
Shot down into the
shots.
spawn, for God's
He's
sake.
one-tapping people, he's
Second
diffusing
shot,
in
one player
smokes.
needs to be dealt with.
Oh
Tex
my goodness.
swings in, oscillating wildly, backs and forth. Spike still though, not obtainable. Com getting a move on, getting a run on. 20 seconds left. It really does come
Hey,
down to
he
this.
didn't check
How can
Trent.
he even find this one? Trent tucked close to the corner. Does it get cleared? Plant stuck. Trent ice cold. Doesn't take the peek until this final moment. Enough damage done.
No way, man.
The opening.
There's no way that's how it goes down.
Both teams losing massive advantage situations
How have they lost this?
by a completely
Oh, no.
mistakes. Here,
Trent.
Trent, he thinks the first tap might be a fake, so he wants to wait for the spike to go down. There's a pull-out animation of the rifle, so he should be
Holy.
favored, but he just doesn't take his time with the shot, and Icy isn't close enough to get the trade. Com clutches with the space he was given. When even your own coach can't believe it.
Yeah, because
you
it's the most
know,
ridiculous round.
It's getting wild out here. G2 are going to take a tack timeout.
Tenuous doesn't even begin to describe it, I think, with the state that we're in
What
this game.
are
man.
some
I mean,
of
at
these
this point,
rounds?
Right, when did this series start? 8 hours ago. 8 hours ago. Players are getting tired. You know, you're running on essentially empty.
Yeah, there's
no reserves left in terms of the fuel to really keep yourself going, and so it gets sloppy, it gets messy, and it's all
yeah,
about
it
who
does,
can
and everyone
persevere
wants it.
in the middle of the
Everyone like
chaos.
really wants to win so badly that people
And
just
that's the point.
start
things
forgetting,
get
start
deep
forgetting
into
basic
best of
stuff,
5 series, it does
and
test
just
different
everyone's trying to
skills.
like play to win.
It's
So everyone's
not
just doing
how
mad
perfectly you
stuff.
can play. It's about how few mistakes you can make.
And the
when you're
nerves.
tired, when
Yeah,
you're
and
at
the nerves make
depths of
people
your
make a
map
lot of
pool, When
mistakes.
you're being tested and there's nerves. We are in the final hour here. If either of these teams want a better seed heading into Shanghai,
This is gonna be
they've got to get these final 3 rounds. 10-10 and Lev in the driver's seat with better economy, but G2 are looking to fight them over A main.
At the end of the day, do advantages even mean anything at all? G2, pound for pound there with a fight and contention.
Great
over
knife.
towards A main, forcing out
Yeah,
the
that stops
util.
everything. Big duel at
Was
middle.
expended by King, expecting it to be a bit more of a follow-up. Tex creeping and crawling his way up mid. Leaf though, holding it forwards. Meanwhile, there's a fight happening on multiple fronts.
Lovely
Leaf
timing
wins
for
it out in
Leaf.
the battle of the timing. Tex just unaware of
They
the
don't
fact
have
that
anyone
it's
to get
even a
through this choke point.
possibility, and it's crumbling again beneath them. Shock darts pushing them back for now, but it's a 2v2 scenario.
Leaf is on the far
Okay,
flank.
does
He's
Leaf
so fast.
do
We
this
saw
the
Tex
right
in his
thing and
position
take the
in
duel
Side
instead of
to
using the
He's
ult?
pushed all the way past this one.
Yeah,
The
it's
Dodgers
literally
shut
the
up behind
exact
him.
same
He's gonna
position that
reload.
Tex was in, but
Trent.
Leaf does the right
Chances
thing,
to
but he
capitalize
missed
off
the
of all
shot.
of this going around.
Oh
It is
my,
game.
guys, please.
Around. Smoke now, propped up in his face.
We saw Tex in the exact same spot. He used lockdown. It didn't work. This time Leaf is
This
gonna
was
go
better
for it.
though. He
Colts
gave
trying
him
to
he
take
gave
the fight.
himself a chance to get the kill
Crawls up onto
fast.
the position. They don't want to go to break this one, but it's a hard one to even find value out of King. There's so many ways to escape it.
down. Area's
Leaf with a
clear.
tap. Trying to force out this fight and positioning. Waiting for the dart on the first player things. He's revealed, lit up.
Ah, Leaf's
And it's
gonna
all
be
to win now.
devastated, bro. He had a chance.
Decent go at things here for G2.
Yeah, he missed
It's
Sky
a 50
Heaven.
round at the end of the day, but Lev persevere.
God, there is so many mistakes.
This is now
It's
starting to remind me a
crazy.
little of the way that G2 lost
It's
against
literally
Hungry
like
Thieves.
every
It's not
single
necessarily an
round
enormous
there's
lead in
huge
terms of the
mistakes,
rounds,
man.
but they are on the defense side of Ascent, which it should be favored. And they're letting that potential advantage slip through their fingers. They need a big round
It's
here.
really scrappy right now.
Otherwise, Lev have essentially won the series. G2's economy hangs in the balance. They need this.
Here it comes. Central backbreaker of a round. Same shock dart. It's going to be used to clear out this alarm bot. Down mid. It's a flash peek. Re-clear. King not punished for it.
Both teams looking to refight over towards A main really heavily and then take this timing after the refight
Don't flash
to
through
cover
this.
Cat. And both of our attacking teams have fallen for it. Lev, though, adding a pause of their own.
G2 with a high-low. Smoke. It's there. Paranoia. Drone as well. Carves out a path. Paranoia is going to be used at just the right moment there, so nobody following up after the fact. It was
Expected Tex,
utilized.
man.
Meanwhile,
Got
deep
wrecked round
position.
before.
Door drop down in
Takes a
Tex's
lot
face.
of-
Might be able to
Okay,
With a
they're gonna go
backstab
split
going.
B.
They're worried about Tex.
Nah, he's making a call to come
To see
split
it,
B though. They
Casey's
can get
got
close
himself
door,
into
then
a
bust.
Very deep position over here. When the alarm bot got broken, now these G2 players always have to be worried about a mid flank.
slow and steady. The lever looking to potentially just explode out now from the market area as soon as the door gets broken.
It's only Leaf defending B. I mean, it's so weak right now if they can get past Trent.
Yeah, the dash is active. That's going to be the signal now. Everybody wants to move forwards with this one here. There's a dive.
Good luck to
It's a
Leaf,
supplement.
man.
Anything to help this one out, but it just goes
Good luck to
potentially in the
Leaf.
wrong direction there, or at least broken before
a very
anybody
nice
gets
call
picked
from
to the
Tex, by the
target.
way.
Leaf is avoiding the bullets, just ducking and dodging away from this one with the flash to try and carve out any sort of access onto the side. Leaf from the back lines! This guy! He's just
Wow.
ruined them!
He
and
did
wrecked them.
so
Pulls them
good.
out with only 10
10 seconds,
left
you
to
gotta
spare.
stick
The
this, they're
spike
gonna fast
has to be
flood.
planted. King, he smokes himself off in the position here, but G2 have the numbers advantage. And now they're feeling it. Empowered.
Insane from Leaf. Like both of the, I mean, honestly, both of the killjoys did really good here. Tex made a great call. Leaf just did so much, like got way too much.
They kind of need it.
He had to get
all
one, he
day.
gets double.
And Leaf delivers for them in backside. He had to get something going in this spot. And the fact that he got a bullet tag, I think, onto Com and just stopped him from going for the wide swing trade. Gets two of them, plays in Valen, allows the flood to happen. It looked like he had been abandoned in backside of B. And now it's Lev who are pushed down onto an eco. This game could not be more back and forth as we head into the final 2 rounds of regulation on Ascent. Possibly the final 2 rounds of the match.
He's giant.
Used on either side here with the flashes and the dart. Smoked a
Bro
couple of feet
uses
and the
his
exit
dash
ice is gonna be
so
revealed.
early.
This is the same game plan that we saw before.
They're moving over to B.
Tex just is hovering around in
Whoa.
B main with the spike.
Wait.
How is he actually going to get in?
I don't know. It's still being held. The spike drops down.
He's on top of it.
Dart drop down just
Take a
behind him because he
timing.
knows the king is within the vicinity. But how do they deal with this one? This one
hears the guy
singular
spawn.
element king. The IGL flashed up in his face. The supportive util as well. He can't find it. Still a kill is there. Gone with the
Flash,
classic.
right?
Don't
Had
know
to
where
be.
he pulled it from.
Maybe it's John
3v3.
B's flash.
No command.
Actually, I have no idea whose flash this
Radiates
was.
out, emanates out. Lev getting a move on now, moving into it, but again the anchoring positions. Valen is here, ready and waiting. And so what is the call? Lev indecisive right now, but still with 50 seconds to spare. They can afford to slow this
fast
one
flood
down.
out,
They just wanna
spike
go for it.
drops,
And G2,
market.
They force the issue.
Spike down.
The
mid.
12th round at this point. They want it. They're hungry for it. Pushed around too much over the course of this series. And now one step away from closing it out.
Yeah, I mean, this was just a low buy.
Gotta make sure that they don't get too caught up in the moment, though. We've seen them squander map points before. They were great at closing things out on Lotus. It was so important when they went up 12-10 that they shut the door in Lev's face, offered no opportunity for it to slip away. But remember that that was an eco round for Leviatan. They tried that same eco strat. Hasn't worked for them twice in a row now.
Quick peeks now.
But IC's gonna pick himself up an operator, and G2 at match point.
Really, he doesn't pop
This
his
is
dash
it.
again early.
It's got to be now. When Lev have got into the OT scenarios, they're taking it away twice now in this overall series, in this best of 5.
What ults we got?
They're looking to try
Killjoy
to hard
or...
anchor over towards A.
They got some nice
This
ults on
lockdown
attack.
Is going to push Icy into the corner. Surely there's going to be follow-up utility for this.
Look at this read.
I feel like Icy's going to get baited into staying in this spot. It's actually not even a great lockdown. It gives them a lot of space to play the defense. They're trying to disguise the fact that they're coming from catwalk, though.
I'm going to take it. Doesn't stop it though with the drone. Has to be spotted. Rifle picked up now. Wants to get active.
Good
Wants to
omen
get
flash.
into the fight.
Wow, Valen,
Face
man, you're a god.
forwards. King throws his life away, and with it, any chances of the round. The path to redemption and revenge against this 100 Thieves squad in the grand finals. It all comes down to this. And desperation on display, I think, from Com, sending it flying forwards at the spike drop down.
Huge from
Every
G2.
moment going away at G2 here. But when it matters most, they are closing it out.
30 seconds left.
A 5v2. And Leviatan, the super team, trying to climb back with
They need more than that
individual
though.
play.
It's only down to one. and it
Nicely
will be
done
shut
from
down.
G2. Holy.
G2.
We'll definitely say the
It's an
pistols
absolute marathon
helped
of a
them.
match. But they earned that
But
spot
they
in the
managed to
grand
get out the win.
finals.
It's been such a